Hello, and welcome to another update video about MATIC. So MATIC, could have started its wave 4, gave us some really good signals here yesterday, but it's not deep enough to really confirm it. I did highlight to you that we need to see a sustained break below 85 cents as an early indication that this wave 4 has started. The pullback, well, that was the early indication, but it recovered quite quickly. Overall, this is not enough confirmation, okay? This was too shallow for an A wave. I mean, if this was A, this was B, and this is C, then yeah, I mean, if it comes down to 75.9 cents, I'd be happy to call that wave 4. That would be okay, but it needs to be healthy, that wave 4, okay? So this can't be all of wave 4. It would likely just, if we go up higher from here, then wave 4 didn't happen. Most likely not. It would just be an extension still in the third wave. But now it basically made a lower low and a first lower high. Can you see that? It made a lower low and a lower high. Essentially, I'm watching if we can get into this orange box. If we do that or get close, I might start a grid bot, as I did with Link. This simply hasn't come down low enough for me yet to start one. Pay attention to the area around the 38.2 retracement, which is also where we had previous structural support in this previous fourth wave. Ultimately, what we're tracking here is a bullish scenario primarily. There is a bearish wave count, which remains highly likely. As long as we haven't got 5 waves to the upside, the 5 waves would indicate that the trend has indeed shifted from a downtrend into an uptrend. At the moment, it's you could say that there is not enough clarity to say that MATIC has really bottomed, but I'm tracking it, I'm just assuming it, as long as support levels are holding. Below 65 cents, I would get increasingly uncomfortable about the yellow wave count. The yellow wave count will not be invalidated below 65 cents because we're dealing not with an impulse, but with a diagonal. Diagonals don't mean that the trend is weak. Diagonals just mean that you have a lot of messy structures. You're dealing with corrective moves, as cryptos often move in corrections, even in aggressive rallies. And it just means we have to be more, it keeps us on our toes, basically. It doesn't adhere that well to Fibonacci levels. So I cannot, for example, use the 50% Fib level for a fourth wave, which I normally do in an impulse to say, oh, okay, it's breaking. No, a diagonal, we have to give it a bit more space. It's a bit more messy and it just moves in corrective structures. As you see here, wave 1 was an A, B, C structure. Wave 2 was an A, B, C structure. So I'm watching for that dip down into the support area. Okay, might not start now. I mean, essentially the third wave can easily still extend higher if it needs to. But bottom line is that as long as we're holding 65 cents, 64.65, yeah, it's 64.8 cents on this chart, I would focus on higher for MATIC. And the lower it goes in the current pattern, the better from a reward to risk point of view also to start maybe a grid bot, I don't really want to trade these messy structures from hand. If trading the larger moves, yes, but this here is just too time consuming. So if we pull back in wave C of 4, then at least I'd like to see it touch the 75.9 cent level. You can also add a trend line here to maybe get another early indication that the trend is shifting. It's not perfect, this trend line. Maybe, yeah, we just leave it on the chart. It's not perfect, but it could give us an early indication that things are changing here. But yeah, I mean, yesterday's message was, okay, minimum requirements to the upside anyway fulfilled, also in this fifth wave. Surely could get another move up, but the fact that it made a slightly lower low and a lower high could indicate that we're now coming down in wave C. We'll see how the day plays out. At the moment, we cannot rule out further extensions. If we get another extension, I would pay attention to the $1.03 level, where MATIC then has the next chance to try to pull back, okay? But yeah, no, this is too small at the moment. This is too small. It was looking like it yesterday, but it's too small. Okay. So is there anything else to add? No, but the bottom line is as long as we're holding 65 cents, the fifth wave to, well, $1 and beyond can play out. So it gives you quite good reward to risk ratio if it falls back into the support zone. If we escalate higher directly in the third wave, which is possible, especially as long as we are holding above the trend line, then we have to adjust the support area, yeah? So are there any other ways of calculating target? Well, let me just double check something. How did we do that here? Did we... Okay, so if I use the A and the B wave, then you can see we have reached basically the 1.618 extension. So we're pretty much at the maximum really that C wave in wave 3 should do, but they can always extend further. So also here on the Fib extension levels of the internal structure, the $1 level comes up as next key level. So $1 and $1.03. So basically just watching for a pullback and then using it potentially as opportunity if there is a corrective pullback. If it's impulsive, it's likely driving us down back into the green support range, but that's not what I'm primarily watching for right now. That's my update about MATIC. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.